Again, in the Lions Den with Pimpin Ken. We got some new areas that we're gonna venture off into.
Well, you know, it's an old saying. You know, if you have an opportunity without preparation, there's no success. If you have preparation, never have an opportunity, you can't be successful. But whenever there's an opportunity and you prepare, then you can guarantee that you're going to be success. You know, whenever you prepare and you got an opportunity, you can guarantee that you're going to be success. You know, when I realized my exodus was when we did the movie Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Yeah.
Here I am, you know, I'm 37 years old, maybe 31 years old, one of the biggest stage in the world, HBO. Never been on TV before, and these people come to me and they tell me they're going to make me a star. They came through. It was the biggest documentary in the history of documentaries. Over 40 million people seen this in the course of a 3-month period.
Yeah.
I mean, it was phenomenal. Everyone was looking at this. And at that point, you know, I understand that in every door there's an entrance, but in every entrance there's an exit. So I knew that I had already entered into the game and I'd been in the game for a minute. Now I got to look at my exodus. And I said, wow, this is a perfect opportunity for me to become totally legit. And that's why in the contract, if you read my book, The Pimpology, the 48 Laws of the Game, you know what I'm saying? I talk about it in the book. I talk about when HBO came to me. I told them the only way I would do the movie, if they allowed me to do my movie, was with the movie Pimpology.
Yeah.
Now, Pimpology is almost a sequel to Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Okay.
You know, but this was filmed totally by me, financed totally by me, and edited and manufactured by me. I got 2 distribution deals from that movie. So I had enough vision, and I was prepared, you know, through my education, going to school for business. I was prepared, so when the opportunity came, I knew that I was going to be successful. And the movie was successful. I got a deal with Scriptmaster. They gave me a distribution deal, and then I got myself out of that deal and successfully and strategically signed another deal with Mike Walker over there at Southern Music Distribution.
Okay.
So I actually sold the same, like I said, I sold a Chinaman rights twice. Well, I sold the same movie to 2 different distributors twice. And the other guy made it into a DVD. And I was one of the first DVDs to ever go out. You know, at that time, they didn't have, you know, the computers. You could just put it up there. You know, you had to do it on the DVD-9.
Yeah.
DVD-9 was a compressor. What it would do was compress the information, and it would make it possible for it to fit on the DVD.
Yeah.
And that's what Mike Walker did. He gave me a DVD distribution. The other distribution was VHS. So, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, that was my exodus. And from that, you know, came, you know, all the rappers, you know, seeing on all their videos, because on the movie Pimpology, at the end of the movie, I said I'm the intro and the outro man for all rappers all over the world. So I already had envisioned in my mind what I wanted and how I was going to do it.
Yeah.
I set the stage for what was to come. So when all the rappers started coming to me, I had already planted that seed in the movie Pimpology. And that was my exodus. The next thing you know, I'm on all these albums. Lil Jon, 5 million. Jermaine Dupri, 1 million. The UGK album, 2 million. Collectively, about 20, 30 million albums. You know, 50 Cent, everyone. So that's how you know your exodus is when you have exodus, when you prepare. You got to prepare for something before it even happens. You got to, you know, whatever the mind believes to see, the mind can achieve. You got to conceive and you got to believe before you ever achieve. You got, you know, the thought is the cause of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole saying, if you don't want me to know it, don't think it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think things into existence. And that's how you're able to have your exodus, by being prepared.
Too cool for calm.